it got changed. Speaking of inclement weather, if you guys had a good, hope you guys had a good snow break. I know I had a good time. Right now, your girls are on a timeout. Coming back in. 4:55 left in the first quarter. Madison Dunn for the Bulldogs, taking it up. Gonna keep it around the top of the key. Gonna try and get it off to Hurst. Pass was high, but she still got a hand on it. Pressure on her. Dunn trying to get away from some defenders. Gonna take a stop, trying to look for some help. Gonna get it to Hurst. She's gonna get tripped up. And they're gonna get Vincent with the foul. Her first foul. First team foul for the Thunderbirds as well. Dunn. Gonna pass it to Hurst. Got tipped for a sec, but she was able, Harris. Tries to get it to Dunn. Pass is gonna go through her hands, out of bounds, going cross county's direction. Coffee taking it up for the T-Birds. One thing to keep in mind with this home game is this is the first time the junior high girls have faced off at home without Ashlyn Richardson, Brooklyn Miller, and Avery Johnson.
Yeah, we've seen them on the road, Lexi, and they did really good against Rector.
Yeah, they were able to come out with a win against the Cougars. So we'll see how that works out tonight. Gonna get it inside to Dunn. Harris tried to save it from going out of bounds, but they're gonna say that she stepped over the line when trying. Gonna take it back cross county's direction.
Wilson to Coffee. Coffee for the three, and it is off.
They're fighting for a rebound. They're gonna call a jump ball. It's gonna be going Earl's direction. Cross county's direction. The thing said one direction, and then the ref said another. It was confusing.
One Direction doesn't exist anymore, do they?
No, they don't.
Oh, okay. You're welcome.
Thanks. Out of bounds. It's going to stay on Earl's side. Harris inbounding for the Bulldogs. For three, shot's going to be off the mark by Hurst. Rebounded by Mila Wilson. Vincent going to send it down to Robinson. But for the shot's going to be off the mark. Coffee rebounds. Going to get it to Wilson. Wilson going to swing it in the corner to Morgan. Morgan back out to Wilson. Out to Robinson for three. It's going to be off. Rebounded by Dunn.
2:50 left in the first quarter. 2-0. Earl has not put any points on the board yet.
Nice tip there by Vincent. Going to hand it off to Coffee, and they're going to get her with a travel.
Looks like she took an extra step there.
Dunn taking it up. Going to get it over to Hurst in the corner. Tries to get it to Harris. Goes out of bounds. Dunn going to get it over to Hurst. Hurst has some pressure on her. And they're going to call a foul. Foul's going to be on Ania Coffee, her first, second team foul for the T-Birds. Dunn has some pressure on her by Coffee. Gonna get it all the way across to Harris for 3. Gonna be off, rebounded by Wilson. Robinson gonna skip it over. Gonna go into the hands of Coffee. It's gonna be off the mark. Rebounded by Hinton. Hurst gonna draw the foul. She'll be at the line shooting. Foul's gonna be on Adley Morgan, her first.
3rd team foul in the first quarter. This is Earl's chance here to put some points on the board.
Yep, right now they've still got nothing. Up for the shot. It's gonna be off. Up for the second one, and it's going to be good. First point on the board for the Bulldogs. Robinson going to try and get it to Vincent. Looks like she wasn't ready. Everyone's trying to get a hand on it. Earl's going to come out with it with Dunn taking it up the court. Dunn to Harris, going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Robinson, but they're going to say she was out of bounds. For 3, off. Less than a minute left. Coffee going to come out with the lead. Up for the layup, and it's good for 2. 4 on the board for the Thunderbirds. Dunn gonna have to pass it down to get over that half-court line. Up for it. Shot's gonna hit the side of the backboard by Hurst, and Coffee's gonna come out with it. 30 seconds left. Up for it, and it's good for 2 more. 6 points on the board for the Thunderbirds.
20 seconds left.
Everyone was fighting for a hand on it. Cross County comes out with it. Coffee tries to send it to Vincent. Earl tips it out of bounds.
We're going to stop the clock here with 12 seconds left. Looks like Coffee's going to hold on to it. Nope, pass over to Wilson. We're going to get one last shot in here.
Wilson back to Coffee, going to go for the drive. They're going to get her with a double dribble.
2 seconds left.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Right now, Cross County out front 6, Earl 1. We'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And we're back with the start of this.
And we're back with the start of the second quarter here. Your Thunderbirds out ahead 6-1 against the Earl Bulldogs.
And Andrews coming in for the T-Birds. Robinson going to swing it over to Coffee. They're going to get Coffee with a travel, her second travel of the ball game. She seems to just get a little bit too excited there. She gets her hand on the ball. Dunn going to get it over to Harris. Tipped, but Harris is going to regain a hand on it. For 3, Harris is going to be off. Everyone fights for the rebound. Dunn's going to come out with it. Back for 3. Shot's going to be off and goes into the hands of Robinson. Robinson going to get it down to Vincent. Vincent up for it, and it's good for 2. Puts 8 on the board for the Thunderbirds.
A little pressure here is holding Dunn back court. She's going to get fouled. Coffee's second foul, first team foul of this quarter.
Dunn going to get it over to Harris for 3. Off and rebounded by Harris. Harsh was trying to go with the drive, but she's going to get tripped up there. Dunn with the mid-range, going to be off, out of bounds, going cross county's direction. Tried to hand it off. They're going to get her with a backcourt violation. It's going to send it cross county's direction. Robinson inbounding. Inbounding for the Bulldogs, Harris. Dunn making her way up the court with it. She's going to go for it. They're going to say it's for 3. It's going to be off. Rebounded by Harris. Hands it back off to Dunn for 2. Off the mark. Adley Morgan's going to get a hand on it to try and bring it back cross county's direction. Andrews tries to send it down, goes right into the hands of Dunn. And it looks like they're going to get Brinley Andrews with a foul. Her first. She's a 7th grader on the basketball team. Dunn at the line shooting for the Bulldogs. Up for the first one, and it's good. Up for the second one, and it's good as well.
It's 8-3 with the Thunderbirds out front. So far, all of Earl's points have come from free throws.
Yeah, they haven't had very much accuracy so far when shooting from the field. Vincent gonna save it from going out of bounds, gonna get it to Robinson. Tries to get it inside to Morgan, but she couldn't get a hand on it. Wilson inbounding for the T-Birds. Gonna get it to Robinson. fighting for a hand on it. This has been a game with a lot of action with the basketball being loose, a lot of fighting for possession. Wood going to try and bounce it into Andrews under the goal, but it's going to go out of bounds.
Be out of bounds on Earl.
Hirsch coming in for the Bulldogs. It's going to let Harris take a seat. Up for it. It's going to be off the mark and rebounded by Robinson. Robinson going to get it to Andrews, but it hits her ankle. They're going to get Hinton with a travel. Wood bringing it back outside, going to get it to Wilson. Wilson to Robinson. Robinson from the free throw line. It's going to be off. Fighting for the rebound, out of bounds. It's going to be going cross-county direction. Wilson tried to pass it out, but nobody was there. Goes into the hands of Earl. And that's going to be their first two-pointer of the ballgame. Up for it. It's going to be off. It's like Wilson and Dunn fighting for the rebound. We're going to call it a jump ball. It's going to keep it on Cross County's side. It's like no one's been able to keep a good hand on the ball tonight. Just like I said,
she basically called it there.
She kind of took a back step and lost a dribble. It's going to go back Cross County's direction. All the way across to Wilson. She's going to lose her hand on it, out of bounds, going Earl's direction.
It's like that ball has a mind of its own tonight. It is moving on its own.
It's interesting. There's a minute and a half left. Cross County 8, Earl 5. For three. Shot's going to be good by Harris. First three-pointer we've seen from the Bulldogs. Wilson going to get it to Vincent. Vincent going to get it back out.
To Selena, 2 points. 10-8. 1 minute left in this half of the ball game. Dunn's going to shoot from 2 points.
Up for it. It's going to draw the foul. Foul's going to be on Selena. Her first foul, third team foul for the T-Birds this quarter. Up for it, and that shot's going to be off by Taylor.
Looks like Cross County keeps passing it toward the middle.
Yeah. Selena going to get it to Morgan off the backboard, and it's going to be good for 2. 12 on the board for Cross County. Sends it out to Harris for the shot. It's going to be off. Rebounded by Taylor. She's got pressure on her. Wilson tries to get the ball. It's going to be staying on Earl's side of the court.
Just less than 10 seconds.
Up for the shot. It's going to be off by Hurst. Out of bounds, going Cross County's direction with 4 seconds left in the first half. All the way across to Morgan. Morgan for the mid-range going to be off, and that's going to be the end of the first half. Right now, Cross County out front 12. Earl 8. We'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second half. We had a few technical difficulties, but we're back with the start of the second half. Right now, Cross County out front 8. Earl, Cross County out front 12. Earl 8. Numbers are hard sometimes. I've been out of school for a while.
That's our technical difficulties, numbers.
Wilson going to get it off to Coffee. Wilson and Coffee back and forth. Going to bounce it to Robinson, but it's going to go out of bounds. But they're going to say it touched Earl last. So it's going to be staying on Cross County side. Touched the hands of Taylor, but went back out of bounds. Still going to stay Cross County's side. Wilson going to bounce it to Robinson. He's going to hand it on down to Coffee. Inside to Morgan. Shot's going to be tipped back by the Bulldogs. Up for it. Shot's going to be off the mark by Dunn. But they're going to say Cross County touched it last, so it's going to be staying on Earl's side of the court. Up for it from the free throw line. Dunn's going to be off again. We're going to call a foul. Foul's going to be on Madison Dunn for the Bulldogs. It's going to be her first foul. Robinson inside to Vincent, back out to Coffee. Wilson going to swing it over to Robinson, inside to Morgan. Shot's going to be off.
Morgan did not get enough lift on that ball to get it.
No. Which she had a few defenders around her, so there could have been some pressure.
Absolutely.
They're going to call a foul. Foul's going to be on Vincent. It's going to send Hurst to the line to shoot 2. Up for it, and shot's going to be good. Shot's going to be off the mark. Up for the third. It's going to be off. Coffee gets a hand on it, going to hand it off to Wilson. Wilson to Robinson. Robinson going to get it over to Coffee. Coffee's going to go inside, but she's going to draw the foul. Foul's going to be on Hurst for the Bulldogs.
This is her second foul. 4th team foul in this quarter.
Coffee going to get it over to Robinson in the corner. Robinson going to take it outside. Pass it off to Coffee. Over to Wilson. Going to get Wilson with a travel. Hurst going to get her with a travel. Tried to do a Euro step, but just kind of slid. It was me. My ankles would be screaming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wilson all the way across to Coffee. Coffee out to Robinson, back to Wilson. Gonna skip it over. Up for the shot. Good by Coffee. That was a difficult shot to make as well. She's almost backwards with the layup, but it's going to be good for 2. Puts 14 on the board for the T-Birds.
They're going to put pressure on Dunn.
Got a timeout called. We'll be right back. 2:15 left in the third quarter. Coffee, they're going to say Coffee stepped out of bounds. Hurst going to get it to Dunn. Dunn going to get it to Harris. Harris off to Hurst. We're going to get Coffee with a foul.
That's her third foul of the ballgame. Second team foul of this quarter for the Thunderbirds.
Going to call a jump ball. Jump ball is going to keep it Earl's direction. Wilson going to take a seat and Morgan coming in. Going to get Morgan with a foul.
Third team foul, second foul for Morgan.
That shot sent Hurst to the line to shoot for the Bulldogs. Up for the shot, and it's going to be off. Hurst up for the second one, and it's good.
10-14 with 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the third quarter.
Across to Morgan for three. Shot's going to be off. Everyone fights for a rebound. It's going to be going Earl's direction. Looks like Cross County's bringing a full court press. Earl has slowly crawled their way back into this ball game. 4-point ball game, Cross County 14, Earl 10. Got a 30-second timeout. Earl will be back. Harris going to get it to Dunn. Dunn going to try and go all the way. Shot from the free throw line, it's off. Fighting for a rebound. We're going to get Earl with the travel. All the way to Morgan, back to Wilson, up for it from the front of the free throw line. It's going to be off. Robinson taking it down. Gonna get it across to Wilson. Pass was a little bit too above her head. It's gonna go out of bounds.
Benson in for the layup.
Up for it, and it's good.
Cross County's going to put on a press here. And they're going to recover the ball. Benson up with another layup. Draws the foul. Foul on Dunn. This is her second foul. This is the 15th foul this quarter with 9 seconds left. Benson's going to go to the line.
Up for it. It's going to be off. Up for the second one, and it's going to be good.
It is absolutely not good. Dunn's going to recover the rebound here, and they're going to go down. 1 second, gets a shot off, and it is off. That'll be the end of the third quarter with Cross County ahead 16-14 over the Earl Lady Bulldogs. We'll be back after this.
And we're back with the start of the fourth quarter. Right now, Cross County's out front 16, Earl 10. Coffee gonna get it to Wilson. Wilson over to Morgan for three. It's gonna be off the mark, rebounded by Wilson. Gonna get it out to Coffee. Coffee gonna lose it for a sec.
They're going to call a foul on Taylor.
Her first foul.
A first team foul for the fourth quarter, too. Morgan for three, just over the side.
Dunn taking it up the court for the Bulldogs. Vincent trying to put some pressure on her. It's going to be met by Wilson. She's going to take it back, let her offense get set up. Going to get it to Harris for the shot's going to be off. Dunn up for it, still going to be tipped off. And they're going to call a jump ball, keeping it Earl's direction. For three, shot's going to be too high off the backboard. Hurst got tripped up there by Vincent. They're going to call a foul on her. Her third.
First team foul for the Thunderbirds in the fourth quarter. 5 minutes left, just over 5 minutes.
Inside to Dunn. Fortune's going to draw the foul. Foul's going to be on Vincent, her fourth. One foul left to go. Up for it, and shot's going to be good by Dunn. Vincent taking a seat, and Robinson coming in for her. Up for the second, and it's good. Coffee. Going to get it off to Wilson. Across to Coffee again. Back over to Wilson. Up for it, and it's good for 2. Nice shot off the backboard by Mala. 18 on the board for the Thunderbirds. 12 for the Bulldogs. Dunn was going to hand on it. Hurst is going to get a hand. That's going to be a backcourt violation, sending it cross county's direction. Robinson going to get it to Wilson. Wilson back out to Robinson. Tries to get it inside to Andrews, but it's going to be tipped by Dunn. I'm going to say that she touched it last, so it's going to stay on cross county's side. Up for the mid-range, but it's going to be too short, kind of tipped by Dunn. That one. I'm going to call that foul on Coffee, her 4th. Up for it, and it's good. 15 on the board for the Bulldogs. Morgan to Coffee. Coffee going to make her way around Harris. Inside to Andrews. Back out to Robinson for 3 from the right side. It's going to be off. Fighting for a rebound. It's going to be staying on cross county's side. Up for it. And Coffee's going to draw the foul. Foul's going to be on
Hinton, number 2, Hinton. It's our first foul. Second team foul of the fourth quarter.
Up for it. It's going to be off. For the second one, it's going to be off the mark. Dunn going to get it out to Hurst. Up for it, and it's going to be off. It goes right into the hands of Wilson. Wilson to Morgan for 3. It's going to be off. Rebounded by Dunn. Looks like no one can keep a hand on it. Out of bounds. Harris out to Dunn for 3. It's going to be a little bit to the left of the rim. Looks like another jump ball. It's going to keep it on Earl's side. Got a timeout. 60 seconds. We'll be back. 3 minutes, 6 seconds left in the ball game. Cross County 18, Earl 15. Dunn up for it. It's going to be off.
Rebounded by Wilson.
Wilson over to Coffee. And they're going to call a foul.
It has certainly got exciting in this gym in the past few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, close ball game, 3-point ball game here.
Foul is on Hinton. It's her second foul. Wilson inbound.
And they're going to call a foul on Mila Wilson, her first foul. 4th team foul for the T-Birds this quarter. Another foul on Mila Wilson. Her second. Dunn going up for it. It's going to be off. Up for the second, and it's good.
Going to pull it into a 2-point ball game with 2.5 minutes left.
Wilson all the way across to Coffee. Coffee going to go for it from the lane, and it's good. All the way across to Harris, going to lose her hand on it. Vincent going to save it. Wilson over to Morgan for 3. It's going to be off. It's going to go out of bounds in Earl's direction. Cross County 20, Earl 16. 4-point ball game with 2 minutes, 5 seconds left in the ball game. Coffee, no one around her, up for the layup, and it's good for 2. Out of bounds. It's going to be staying, it's going to be going on Earl's side. Dunn going to get it out to Hurst. Hurst going to draw the foul. Foul's going to be on Adley Morgan.
That's her 3rd foul, 6th team foul for the Thunderbirds in this quarter. 1.5 minutes left.
Up for it. It's going to be off. Up for the second, and it's going to be good. Nice steal.
Yeah, Robinson handed the ball straight to Harris there.
Dunn looking at her options, going to try and get it to Hurst. She's going to drop it for a sec, but picks it back up. Over to Dunn. We got just over a minute left in the ball game. Up for it, and it's off. Taylor with the rebound. Goes right into the hands of Robinson. Vincent up, and it's going to be off. Vincent back up, and she draws the foul. Foul's going to be on Hurst. First shot's going to be off. Cross County's going to take a timeout. We'll be back. .52 seconds left in the ball game. For the shot, it's going to be off by Vincent. Wilson with the rebound. Coffee going to save it from going out. Hands it off to Robinson. Coffee and Robinson back and forth. Trying to keep Earl from getting a hand on the ball. Pressure by Harris. Going to bounce it to Wilson. Coach James going to call a timeout to keep it from going Earl's direction. We'll be back. .20 seconds left. Robinson going to hand it off to Coffee. Coffee going to get it to Morgan. Back to Coffee. Coffee's got pressure on her by Harris. And that's going to be the end of the ball game. Cross County going to come out with the win, 22, Earl 17. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the start of your